In this video, we're going to show you how to turn on BitLocker for your Windows 11 computer. BitLocker encrypts the drive, so be very careful because if you do not save the decryption key and the computer has a problem or needs that key, you will not be able to get to your data. But the flip side is that if your computer is encrypted, then you'll be able to ensure that if it gets stolen, then no one's going to be able to grab the data off the machine, which is very nice. And there's a bunch of tools out there that are really designed to get data off your machine even just by booting to a USB drive, so this will prevent it. This drive now actually has BitLocker on it, but you're going to go to File Explorer, click on this PC, and so here we're going to click the C drive, we're going to right click, we're going to hit Show More Options, and we're going to go to Manage BitLocker. Inside of here, you'll notice that BitLocker is on. If it was off, then you'll notice there'll be no key. You'll be able to click on Turn On BitLocker. Once you turn on BitLocker, it's going to force you to save this key or print it and or save it to a remote location. If you try to save the key to the desktop, it won't work. You can always print it to a PDF, but make sure not to leave it on the computer, because if the computer can't boot and that's the only spot that you have your key, it's not good. So it'll be the equivalent of backup your recovery key. You can save it to your Microsoft account, which is not a horrible idea. You can save it to a file, but if you do, you'll have to save it to the network or to a different system, or even a USB drive would be fine. Or you can hit print and you'll have to print to a real printer or the Microsoft PDF printer. Or if you have another PDF printer in the machine like Adobe, you can use that as well. So make sure to save that key. And then you'll notice then there'll be a percentage here that pops up that tells you that the disk is being encrypted. You want to leave the computer on and running in that process to finish. And then once it's done, it's going to end up looking like this and it's ready to go. If there's any time that you're working on the machine, let's say someone's coming out to replace the motherboard or there's a big hardware change to the machine, you more than likely want to turn off BitLocker using this button here. You could also suspend protection for the next boot, or for a short period of time that'll just turn it off so that you could get to the disk as needed. Turning off is the opposite of what you did, so it'll take a lot of time to turn off. So suspend is probably better if it's a short time period that you need to be able to just get to the data when you reboot. Turning it off would be that if there's something major going on, you can turn it off and then you'll have to turn it back on, and when you turn it back on, you'll have to get a new key as well. So be very careful. This will protect your data. If someone were to steal your laptop, they really would have pretty much no way to get to the data. And then, as always, be very careful. Make sure you have two-factor authentication on all your cloud accounts, and make sure that your data is actually backed up anyways. So if you can synchronize your data from your hard drive to cloud locations, that's really good. And make sure that your data is in multiple spots. Thanks, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and turn on notifications and share this with your colleagues.